All right, everybody. Excuse me. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Get my little shawl. I hope everybody is doing well. Today is February the 8th, 2025. And I don't have a title, but I put a great thumbnail up there for you today. I hope that maybe you also had checked out the last reading. I believe it was day before yesterday. Always go up under my live playlist and you will see all of the current videos that I have. Okay. What else? Um, I have seen on the feed on YouTube, unfortunately, a volcano eruption that is, I really pray that a tsunami may be a result of that volcano. Um, where was it? I believe it was in it was right here. Sortorini is happening, and this is as of today. You can, I guess, go on CNN Network and pull it up for yourself. I don't remember which video I did where I said something about a tsunami and a volcano eruption. It wasn't in February. It had to be either in early part of January, the first 2 weeks, or it was in December of 2024. So maybe one of my moderators may know of which video um, that I said it in, and maybe they will pin it in the comments for me because I did kind of ask them to keep like a notebook for me as being my moderators of some things that I say so I can keep reference. But if they didn't, then maybe I can figure it out. But I know I said something about it in the month of January or December 2024. So we got the sun, and we also have chance. I think this card is, I look at it like the food card, you know. Um, Something is 50-50 that may can be a yes for you. Um, it may require action because that was the last video that I put out. Like I said, day before yesterday. Or was it yesterday? I think it was day before yesterday. Um, because we talked about, or in the reading, the Knight of Wands came out, okay? And it was one of the few cards that was in the upright. We all know Knight of Wands is about, um, dishing and dashing, in and out, running all around, getting up and active, taking charge, take initiative, because the Knight of Wands is the, let's just call it the smaller version of the King of Wands. The Knight of Wands turns into the King of Wands once the Knight has all the information, have done all of the work, has gained a lot of wisdom, has gotten, the information that is needed, um, and then it matures, right? Hey, Miss Linda, how is y'all weather up there in New York? Because it feels like spring down here in Atlanta. We still got high pollen counts for the past 3 days. But I think they said this week coming up, we're going to have a lot of rain. So me and my daughter has been having allergy issues. Snow? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is... You know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. And this is my personal opinion, not Vesta, even though we live in the same physical body. Um, have y'all noticed ain't nothing been the same since allegedly, the Pope opened that door? Have y'all noticed everything has totally changed? And I'm not laughing. I'm saying it in a way to keep from kind of crying because things have gotten way crazy. Like, we already knew that we was in a shift, right? I'm not just the only reader on YouTube's talking about shifts and things like that. Okay, so most of y'all should be kind of aware, intuitively, or either just listening to all these different readers on YouTube. Well, wow, most of the readings on YouTube kind of sound very much similar, right? But then you got some that says some different things. But one thing that all is in common for all of us right now is that ever since that door was opened by the Catholic Church, or over there in Rome, ain't nothing been the same. We have had so much stuff to go on, and literally in the first 2 months of this so-called year, you know, because time and dates and years is all man-made. No, it's just not you. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are thinking it, but I haven't really seen too many people bring it back up to the surface. TikTokers and different social media platforms, they'll get a topic and then they'll move on to something else, to keep creating content. But lately, still, I haven't seen anybody say anything referencing back to that door that was opened by the Pope. And I think it was called the Devil's Door. Now, whether you say the devil is a physical form or it's an entity, it's definitely an energy, okay? It is definitely an entity or energy. But whether you believe that it is a physical body, it's definitely a energy. And I feel that that energy, in my opinion, YouTube, um, is definitely out in the atmosphere. It is very prevalent. Um, but hey, you know, let's keep going. Do I want to do a video about that? Yes, I do. Do I really want to do a video about it and put it on YouTube? No, I don't. So I really got to find like another platform to use, so that we can have other type of informational videos that we can do, that we're so much not censored over here. But taking a leap of faith, divine protection is always on your side. Okay. I do read the food card. Yeah, we all, a lot of us are in hermit mode, Miss Linda, but staying in hermit mode too long also can be detrimental, because it's kind of heating or limiting your abilities in life, you know, because in our journey, it is some things and some places that we need to be, and be there at a certain, what you want to call timing, so that certain things can also be prosperous or abundance, or a heads up, a way up, a door of opportunity opening, and also doors of things closing for us. Um, Meeting some people or the right people at the right time, you know, um, seeing certain things that you are meant to see or know or gain information. Hey Reese, hey babe. But my rising is the Hermit, Virgo 6th house. So most of my life, I tend to, as I look back now, you know, even as a child, I was very hermit mode. Um, but I think even though this year a lot of things are happening, this year being the year of number 9, it is a sense of completion. So it is some things that we do need to set, complete as goals. Okay, if you don't want to call it a symbolism of goals, it is some things that we do need to complete, um, as agendas or as accumulation of knowledge, um, however you want to say it. But it is some things that we need to kind of like, put the lid on it and put it on the shelf or either discard it. Okay. Because we're, needing to start up some new type of agendas. Okay. I guess this is kind of why the food card may be here. Um, 50-50 chance. I personally read, Vesta reads the food card as 50-50. Possibly a yes, possibly a no. But look what's at the top of the deck before I continue to shuffle, which is the Sun card. Now, this can be a timing for some of you, for Leo season. And remember, I said that K2 will be moving into Leo, May, June of this year. And Rahu will be leaving Pisces and moving into Aquarius. So that itself is going to be a whole new genre of opening some cans of worms. Okay. Um, because you got K2 moving into a fifth house of happiness, enlightenment. Okay, you can look as enlightenment as one of the completion cycles that we need to obtain. You get what I'm saying? Because the year 10 is going to be a reset. You drop the 0 and you're left with 1. Okay? So this year is the year for a lot of us to pay a lot of attention to oneself. Like I said, tackle these agendas, obtain some goals, or at least, if you're kind of behind, at least start the goals. Maybe you've been wanting to, complete or start some things years ago, or maybe 2 years ago, and you had a sense of hermit mode or procrastination, or you just never had the time because some of you work or take care of your family or things like that, that you just never got back to that. Now is the time to pick it back up. Okay. um and again, referencing back to the food card, taking that leap of faith, because your thumbnail does say both faith and fear demand you to believe in something you can't see. You choose. Both faith and fear demand you to believe in something you can't see. So, is it going to be fear for the year of 2025 that you still cannot see fear, but you feel it? Okay. Is that going to continue to hold you back? Whether it's about love or getting back into dating, relationship, is it about job or career, or starting a new education, switching jobs or your career? Is it about entrepreneurship? Is it about moving to another country or moving to the other side of town? Whatever it is, whatever your fear is, okay, you choose, because you cannot see fear, you only feel it. So if you're going to allow fear to, in a way, to hold you back from obtaining or taking you to a sense of completion, then that's what you're going to continue to choose, or that's what you're choosing to do in the year of 2025. And this fear also can come from other people, other things that people are initiating or doing around you, but don't let other people's agendas or things that they are doing or implementing put fear or instill fear into you. Because if you're protected, like the back of the card says, then that's not your world, that's not your reality. But if you continue to have that fear and allow that fear to create your inner world and your reality, then that's what you're going to live with and that's what you're going to sit in. Or are you going to have the faith? Because you can't see faith either, right? But you invoke it, you call it in, you have it, you pray to it, or you pray about it. um you make sure that you keep faith instilled inside of your heart, in your mind, in your spirit or soul. Even if you have any different type of religious denomination, it doesn't matter. So again, I already had put the thumbnail out there, and y'all seen me shuffle and the food card came out. So it's for, as the reading is talking about faith, not fear. Okay. I am going to take the Sun card because K2, remember, is about you. Let's just break it down. And you can find in my live playlist where I have done Rahu and K2 reading. Um, it's going to be about a year old because when it first moved, it happened in the year of 2023, October or November, all of 2024, and then it's going to end May, June of this year. So it was a total of 18 months. Okay. So if you could find that video and watch it, if I do find it, I'll pin it in the post. They call it post now instead of community tab. And so it will be listed there. Okay. But again, K2 is about you understanding your calling. What is your purpose? Why am I here? I'm feeling more guided to do what I'm naturally good at, you know. Finally going into that phase, or it can also be for some of you finishing up as a completion. Maybe you have for 10, 20, 30 years, 40 years, or whatever the case may be, depending on your age. Maybe you have been doing your calling for, let's just say, 2 sets of world cards or 3 sets of world cards. The world is consisted of 10 years in the tarot, right? So 10, 20, or 30 years, maybe you have been doing your calling, maybe as a counselor, a doctor, a teacher, a professor. Um, Maybe you've been teaching dance school, because you were naturally a great dancer. Maybe tap, ballet, jazz, hip hop, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of people that have been doing their calling, their natural gifts. But if you have not, maybe this is also saying it's time for you to understand your perception of why you have not started your calling. Okay. And you could be having or understanding your contemplation like, maybe I missed out on a lot of money by not doing what I naturally love to do. But understanding you were maybe forced to work for corporations to make a living. Maybe you had fear instead of faith to follow the fear by sticking yourself in a 9 to 5 job, overworking yourself, um, not loving what you love to do, and working to make other corporations millions and billions, you know? So this reading is kind of saying to now is the time to understand to choose you, okay? We always talk about perception and perspective. So see the past, exactly what we're talking about. See the past through the lens of grace. All that occurs is designed to support your spiritual evolution. And the spiritual evolution is exactly what K2 is. And that is spelled Ketu. you. So if you want to do your own research, whether you Google or use Bing or old fashioned library and find some books or audio books or something like that off Amazon, but do your work, get your understanding of what K2 and Rahu is. Okay? But K2 again is about our spiritual evolution, understanding who we are, um, what is your calling, what are you being led to be, to do, to take care of, to express, to learn. Okay? Because all of us here as being human beings is a lesson. We are here to be taught and, of course, to learn. But if you're not trying to really learn anything or gain new perceptions and perspectives, then you're just literally just walking around like a zombie in life, just allowing this um, dark energy of a world to continue to consume you, you know, because everything here is just materialism. It's not too much that is the lighter side of life, is the spiritual side of life. Everything here is about materialism. You gain money, you get money, you spend it on materialism. They teach us, they feed us information, commercials, ads, prints, you know, things that we see, news, radio, everything is buy. Oh, no, you don't have enough. So here, spend your money. Buy, and buy some more until you're broke. And y'all know that a lot of people can be so materialistic that it's crazy. It's crazy. That they won't even live in a great house or a great home, but they'll be driving a $70,000 car and live in an apartment. Or they'll have all the name brand type of clothing and don't even have a type of car that match their wardrobe. Because we're told and we're shown to keep trying to outdo the next person. You get what I'm saying? And it's if it turns into a level of overindulgence, then it can be a problem. Because you got some people that buy all these expensive clothes and then can't don't even have money to pay their rent. They go out, they go clubbing, they'll spend $800 on some shoes or a purse just to take to a club so they can take pictures to show other people on social media about what they have, what they got. But they don't have at least $200,000 in their bank account. They may only got a couple of thousand in their bank account, but buying $800 shoes. But it's all about overconsumption. Now, I'm not downing anybody. I'm just saying what the cards are saying about your spiritual evolution. At some point of time, you're going to have to work on your spiritualism and or your certain religion, okay? Because as you see things that are going on in the world right now, which again is nothing new, this cycle of a world has been showing and giving us a lot of the same things, okay? But maybe nowadays it could be a lot more dramatic or drastic than we have seen, or so far what you have seen in your lifetime, or as being an older person. Maybe things, of course, went on when we were younger, because a lot of people are older that may be watching this, and then some that are younger. So, things have or always will continue to go on in the world, but it can just be very disturbing by seeing a lot of things that are constantly happening back to back to back to back, because we may be or have not been in the past so invested or have social media to give us the information so quickly. Okay, compared to, I know back in the 80s we used to have to wait till the news came on our regular TV stations to catch and understand what the news was, or read the paper. You know how your grandparents always wanted the daily paper? Some of them would go to the corner store and buy the daily paper. Or I remember my mom used to have a subscription where the daily paper was put on our front doorstep. You get what I'm saying? So that's very nostalgic, but that time has changed because things are digital, things are very instant. So, us getting that information instantly will give a very dramatic and very drastic reaction from us or into your spirit. You understand? Okay? We do have growth here. Like I'm talking about right now, accept the lesson. When things don't go your way, something more important to the growth of your soul is in the works. But if you're not seeing that, if you're not intuitively feeling that and knowing that, okay, or putting the lid on those old cans of worms so that you can discard that trauma, drama, trash, things that didn't work out, old marriages, old relationships, abuse and everything like that, emotional baggage, then you haven't learned and accepted the lesson. Okay? And by again, the year being the number 9, it is time for that sense of completion. Because you don't want to. Some of you have been, unfortunately, carrying trauma and drama and emotional baggage attached to you for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. When are you going to accept that, understand the particular lesson about it, and let it be what it was or what it is, and emotionally or fearlessly go ahead and move yourself forward? Because your spirit probably can handle it, but it's going to be very detrimental. What I'm more concerned about is your physical mind and your emotional state that cannot or may not be able to handle another 5, 10, 15, or 20 years as another cycle. Okay? Because that's going to stunt your growth. It's going to stunt your emotional growth, your physical health. It's going to be very hard. Keep giving you tower moments. Far as your reality or inside of your world. It's going to affect your decision or decision making. It's going to affect your relationships with friends, family, lovers, spouse, or future spouse. Look at there at the top, release. Okay. I just really came on just to pull a couple of cards and we were going to chit chat, you know. If you're wondering, I have not did the For Masculines Only video yet. So, let's see. All right, Miss Linda. Speaking of Hermit, there it go. Hermit and the Two of Pentacles. Some of you are, in a way, seemingly stuck. on a couple of things that you may need to get done, or one or two things or more that can be on your agenda, or maybe you just finish up a couple of things and now very soon you will have a couple of new things that you will have to look at, pay a lot more attention to, or will be on your radar or on your agenda or list, okay, that you will have to look into. um, it is going to require, or it has required, a lot of thought, a lot of insight, and a lot of intellect. Okay. Now, I do see a lot of you as a collective about to become a lot more busy. So, if you have been in hermit mode, something that is going to require you to take action is going to be taking care of these next couple of agendas. Okay. All right. So now we have the hangman. So these are two very important enlightenment cards. A lot of you, or a lot of us, very much now is really turning within, also can be turning to other people for questions, for trying to get answers. Remember, like everybody does say, your answers are within. Okay? Your answers is your perception. So the question is, how do you, it was that Stagner? No, that was Beauty's Art. Hey, Beauty's Art. So the question is, how are you, or how you may need to adjust your perception and your perspective. Now, before you look at other people's thoughts, opinions, conversation, words, their own perception and perspective, let's handle our own perception and perspective, because that's going to help you with your own answers. Okay. But if you're not willing to take a chance on evaluating them, or needing to change, or like the hangman, taking a different look, or, you know, um, like they say, if you get down on your hands and knees, it's a very different view than if you were standing, or if you were standing up on something. Okay? So, just by changing that itself, in that particular way that I'm trying to say it, it would be actually a change in perception. It will be actually a change in the way that you see something. Because if you're on ground level looking at something, it's not, you're going to see some things that you may not be able to observe very closely, or needing to look at something very closely if you were in a higher up position. Okay. But if you're always wanting to look at things from standing, or standing up on something, then you're not very close up on it to see all the intricate details of whatever that may be on the floor, or, just for example. So be willing to take your time to look at something closely, pay a closer very attention to details, okay? Because when you make that change in your perception, you get an aha moment. And this is why we're seeing the hangman, okay? Because it's now time to come out of the hermit, okay? Because you got two people that are actually standing. Well, one is standing, the hermit, but then the hangman is being hung upside down, okay? So that's a totally different perception than standing on your 2 feet, if you get what I'm saying. So something is requiring you, or will require you to do or look at something differently for this growth to be able to be the enlightenment or the spark that you need, okay? To either release something, or allow something to be in your life such as initiation for your own self, to take initiative to receive this happiness. Okay. All right. So now we got Hangman, and we're making some movement. We got the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you may already have started or did this or attempted this, which is good. At least there is some type of movement, or some type of small, intricate movements will begin. Okay, will at least begin. And this is where it's going to come into the 50-50 of the Fool card here. And again, that's what I call the Fool card. How I read it is either going to be a yes or a no. It's either going to be a yes or a no. Now again, the Sun card is always a yes, but it's going to require you to look at something and to accept it. Remember, the back of the card on growth said accept the lesson. Okay? Once you accept the lesson, then you don't got to take the test anymore. If you already got a 100 on the test in school, why you got to take it again? The only reason the teacher make you take the test again, if you got a C, a D, or a F, that means you got too many questions wrong, and they call it a retake, right? But if you got 100 or 89 or 95, the teacher say, "Oh, good job. You're one of the ones that don't have to take it again, because you accepted the lesson, you understood the material, you understood the questions, you gave sufficient answers, and you passed." So if you start to look at things like that regarding things or situations in your life, it's the same thing, right? The Knight of Pentacles to the Moon. So now you got your feelings and emotions. That could be what it is. Feelings and emotions. Also, for some of you, it can be liquidation, credit, and or cash. Okay. Also can be issues with your mom, whether she's still here or not. And look at there. These are two cards. Is it? No, it's one. Ten of Pentacles right out the back here. First card out. Which is good. Change is needed. Like I said, the moon for me is a reference to our money, our credit, our debit systems. Also can be cash, or it don't matter, whatever your money denomination is in whatever country you're watching. But everything, like I was talking about in the beginning of the reading, which y'all thought I was talking about something way off board, but anytime I start talking about something, it always has something doing with the reading. That's just how, I don't know, that's just how my readings are, okay? So I was giving examples about materialism, about money, okay? Your perception for some of you on how money is done, accepted, exchanged, earned, a way of earning it, the way you're spending it, the way you're saving or not saving it, your perception about it is going to have to change. Okay? You're going to have to take a chance on releasing something and trying something new for growth. Now, if you have been stagnant, like I said, it's a lot of people right now that are being laid off, fired, switched up, and all type of stuff. But if that's not your particular world, do not take on that fear. The only people that need to take on that fear or faith is the immediate people that is affecting or being affected by that. Okay? It's too much fear mongering that is going on right now. And if you keep allowing that to settle into your emotions, the moon card, into your world, then that's how your world is going to be affected. We all are our own individual magicians, okay? A sense of co-create. Like they say, as above, so below. So as the magician, you are the one working the co-creation in this reality, in this world. So your world is what you make it. And if you want to keep it fear based, based on other people's perceptions of what they say and what they do, and I know a lot of things that are being changed right now can or will or is going to affect a lot of people. But ask your own perception right now. Is it sparking growth? Is it sparking growth within you? Okay? Or is it sparking fear? Because the fear is making you feel like you want things to stay the same because you're comfortable. I'll wait. You know why it's fear? It's fear because people don't like change. People fear growth. They really do. If you get into something and you stay in something and you're feeling comfortable and nobody come and shakes the tree so that fruit can fall off, the fruit is supposed to be picked or will fall off due to gravity, right? At some point of time, because the fruit is there for the picking. That was the whole point of planting the seeds for the growth. But if you're one of those trees where you never want your tree to be shook, so that either you, your Ten of Pentacles, family, child, children, a sense of legacy, or whatever the case may be, or your own entrepreneurship, pushing yourself to be your own boss, but you rather be comfortable or sit comfortable to keep working for corporations, making their families eat better at the table, take all these vacations and do all this stuff while you're working 40 to 80 hours, then you're going to continue to sit comfortable because you don't got too comfortable without the growth. It's telling you it's a 50-50 chance here, if you want it, to change your own perception of how you look at yourself, what you want, your own feelings and emotions, and your own perception about how you look at yourself, about the growth that is needed about one's self. And it maybe don't have anything to do with money, but it is a family here, which can be marriage, partnership for some of you for your future. But if you're stuck in the hangman and the hermit mode, then it's a 50-50 chance that you won't have marriage or partnership for your future. Okay? Married for the second or the third time, whatever the case may be. I know everybody can't have children, everybody don't want children, etc. But this card of Ten of Pentacles also can be a blended family. Okay? This can be some of you in your 50s, 60s, 70s now gaining a partnership for the rest of these Ten of Pentacles for your life. But if you are stuck in hermit mode or the hangman position, keep challenging your own enlightenment, perception, and perspective, not really challenging yourself to accept the lesson of the past, okay? And not seeing through that enlightenment that it's time for growth. It's time for growth in this area, in your money, in your feelings, in your emotions, in dating, okay? Dating leads to dating. Dating leads to engagement. Engagement leads to partnership, and so on and so on. Let's see what's next. Some of you may need to ask yourself, what is the last thing that you did or had that you gave yourself growth about? Okay? What was it? Did you graduate from school? Did you take on a new class? Did you sign yourself up for some type of new elective at a college? Don't matter what age you are, okay? What have you done to initiate growth in your life? Or have you still been kind of doing the same old thing for the past couple of years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? What have you done lately to challenge yourself? And I'm not talking about just getting up, going to work for some of you, because a lot of people are retired. A lot of people do have like disabilities and things like that. But even if you have disabilities, there's still things that you could do on a laptop at home to gain some type of certification, skill, um, PhD, or whatever the case. But the question is, what have you done lately to enrich yourself, to promote a different type of growth within yourself? We got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. The moon wanted to come back out. Three of Wands. Expectation, optimism. Some people do not. It's a lot of people that are very afraid, fear of the shaking of their tree right now. But you know, if something is very gravy, a lot of people don't like for their tree to be shook. I got a gravy job. I don't got to do nothing. My check just keep coming in. You know, I really don't even have to, quite do anything. My family or my friend hooked me up with a job. I really don't even have the experience because I'm not going to challenge myself to even really get the experience or get the certification for it. I just want somebody to, you know, hand me something, Page of Pentacles. But it is not the same. It don't feel the same when you really achieve something and accomplish something and do it for yourself. You're proud to check it off the list. And then you be so excited, optimism, that you're ready to tackle something else. Some of you are finally getting to the stage of that you're ready to do something new, and I'm very, very happy for you. Um, because it's been a long haul. It's been a long, challenging 5 years for some of you. 3 years. You got two fives here back to back. Then it increased to it goes down to the three. And some of you are saying, you know what? I'm not even sorry. You could be telling family members or friends or co-workers like, I'm glad I'm gone, or I'm glad they gone, because they were lazy, they were sorry, they were always talking smack and downgrading other people, and they were getting paid maybe more than you when they probably didn't even qualify, because that's that right here. Okay. Some of you were overlooked also for leadership positions. That's this plus that. And some of you were, your perception was like, I know I'm better and I know I'm fully qualified even more than these certain people or a certain person, but they got the money, they got the title, they got the clout. But now you see a change in perception for some of you, while the sun now is coming out, about to give you this chance or leap of faith, or are you going to have look it in the face as fear? Whatever this is I really feel that it's going to be the initiating or starting of K2 in Leo. Because if you look at the 10 of Pentacles next to a reverse Page of Pentacles, that's going to be 10 minus 1. That's just how I read, okay? 10 minus 1 is a 9 of Pentacles, okay? Some of you are a 9 of Pentacles right now. You're good. You know, you want things to be better. You want growth. Some of you, it's just maybe an opportunity or something like that, or that initiative within what we're talking about. And it could just be, like I said, releasing old trauma and drama and emotional baggages and what you call it, nostalgic events and memories and things like that, that just needs a final cleansing. Okay, so that you can finally do something with a particular opportunity that will be coming to each and one of you. Okay, and the nine, it's then going to turn into the 10 of pentacles, which means a more sense of stability, more stable growth, or going up the ladder, obtaining growth and stability. Because I really feel, looking at this Three of Wands, that a lot of you have been seeing yourself very differently, or wanting to see yourself very differently for a very long time. But a lot of you just never really fully wholeheartedly put yourself out there to complete it, to finish up, to try it, to implement it, whatever the case may be. And it could have been due to family issues, or your children were too young, or whatever the case may be, other responsibilities. And it seems like for a lot of you, this is just you. You just been standing there. Imagine yourself in a beautiful hotel in the Caribbean, and you're looking out over the ocean. And we all have been, like, maybe at a hotel on, vacation, or a staycation or something like that. And you're just looking out, maybe over the ocean, over a beautiful river, or just over, like, maybe you're in the mountains. Okay, everybody maybe been to a cabin before, and you just look out, standing on the deck, and you look out at all those mountains and beautiful trees and different birds, and you're taking in that mountainous air, and you start to daydream. You start to imagine. You start to think of seeing yourself with this, with that, with a certain amount of money in the bank, leaving that type of job, working for yourself, or dreaming and imagining a handsome or a beautiful spouse that maybe could take care of you. But I really see that a lot of people have been stuck right here as this Three of Wands for a very long time. And again, it could have been to places or a place you work. It could have been due to family issues. It could have been that you got children. You got 2 or 3 kids under the age of 12. And it's just kind of like you're just imagining yourself as a different person, as a person with so much growth up under your belt that it elevates you into a whole new type of persona and a way of life. And I really feel that this is the turning curve for you right now. I do. Now, yes, I do talk like this all the time. I try to teach y'all. I just don't read the cards. Because for my channel, it's more about enrichment. It's more about elevation. It's more about reading the cards to you, yes. But I channel a lot in my readings. Okay? It just seems like, again, if you look at this, you've been waiting to leave this finally as the past behind you. Whether it was 5 years ago, whether it was 10, 7, 6, 8, 20 years ago, 3 years ago. This energy right here could have been low paying wages. It could have been co-workers that was mean and stupid and lazy and all type of stuff. Okay? The managers, the supervisors, the CEOs, the CFOs, HR, human resources, all of them was just stupid. They just used to sit on their butt, didn't do anything. You had to wait on emails, paperwork. They were slow about their job. When you're a person about taking initiative, you like to get your stuff done, you like to do your stuff on time. But this could have been a lot of other people that was holding you up from your growth. This also could have been no help from the co-parent, where you kept having to go from paycheck to paycheck. You try and meet somebody, it didn't work out. So you kind of lingered on the emotional baggage, like, darn, another relationship didn't work. I keep trying, you know. I keep trying to have partnership, but these three cups, the other person didn't want to act right. You're probably looking for stability in marriage and truthfulness and, no cheating and no third party. But the other person didn't want to do that, right? Some of you may have also left a person that maybe you regret leaving because maybe they were a nerd and you were looking for a more hot boy or a hot girl. hmm I'm telling you, it's all different type of situations, and it still affects you, whatever it is, emotionally. But I feel some of you also um, has told a particular person and or situation no, okay, because you wasn't 50-50 or felt more that it was a no, yeah, and you stopped it and you blocked them, just like I'm saying right now. You stopped it and you blocked it. Because maybe you didn't want it to affect your feelings and emotions, because you have been this Five of Cups and Five of Pentacles feeling, and you definitely like, hey, I learned my lesson, I don't want to feel that again. Okay, so maybe that is your learning curve for that over there, where you have experienced growth. But staying optimistic, still a little bit up and downs in your emotional baggage that you still hold. You're not giving anybody really, or any more right now, any opportunity to get time or effort or money or energy out of you, because you're in hangman hermit mode. So now you are kind of stuck. Okay, this also can be a loss or quitting of a job. So now you are in a little bit of financial strain. Empress. Now these readings are starting to come out as the masculine reading. What's at the bottom? Three of Pentacles. All right, let's go ahead and close this up. Let me let's figure out what to put on here real quick. Let me check something for y'all. The Empress and the Ten of Pentacles is marriage. For some of you that are childbearing, it is another child. Can be under the next 10 years. Okay, depending on your age. Like I said, if you're childbearing, you will have a child here. Okay, you are on let me get out y'all business, but you are on some type of contraceptive right now. So whenever you decide to come off or stop that contraceptive, you will bear a child. Empress to the Seven of Wands. Somebody here is on contraceptive. So when you stop that, um, be careful, because if you're not in partnership, you're going to be back here to a Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups, because now you're going to have another child, and it's going to be very, it could be very difficult, unless you do have a particular partner that is willing to uh, be there and co-parent and or want marriage and stability with you. Okay, so just be very careful once you decide to stop your contraceptive, whatever that is. Okay. We got eighth house of Scorpio here, personal power, the mysteries of life, a major change, a life or death issue, getting and using power and using other people's resources. Let me tell you, right now, a lot of people are going to have to use other people's resources because a lot of things are in the midst of being changed, stopped, or altered. So using other people's resources still mean that you can apply for loans and grants and assistance. It also can mean that some of you, or you may know of family, Ten of Pentacles, that may ask you, can they live with you, because they have been let go or fired, or they have limited money right now. Um, it is going to be a lot of people that are not going to be able to finish to pay for their kids' college. Ten of Pentacles to a Page of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you also are about to have a child very soon that's about to leave the home. What you mean, no, Miss Linda? What happened? You got some of y'all got some child or children that is about to leave the home. So I guess they're turning 18 or 21 or something like that. Or some of you have a um child, male or female, that will tell you that they have somebody pregnant. Mm. And their mother is going to want to speak with you. Because this is going to be, of course, major changes in your child's life, your life, and this other grandmother. Okay? The parent of the person that they got impregnated by or pregnated. I'm telling y'all, I see all type of stuff in the cards. Miss Linda, I'm right with you. I only got one left, and she's going to be 17 this year. All the rest of my kids, they are got their own stuff. And don't come calling asking me about trying to come back home. Because unfortunately, I'm not one of those parents. You go and get your own growth. hmm Leo. Keep talking about Leo because this is K2 and Rahu. This is the major change that is coming. And because y'all watch my channel, y'all are getting the inside scoop. You see that leadership, creativeness, do what you want to, and that self-confidence to create, taking a chance on what I've been saying almost the past hour. Taking a chance on. hmm It already came out. Take the leap. Divine protection is on your side. The growth is needed because it's time for you to take a chance on something different. But it is going to require you to stop blocking your own blessings. And the blessings is literally growth. So many people every day block their growth due to emotional baggage, drama, trauma, not using or not seeing or wanting growth enough to change their self-confidence. A lot of you are about to step into leadership, a huge major self-confidence. That self-confidence is going to turn your personal power into this energy right here, where that somebody is going to see and acknowledge you as your Empress energy. If you're a masculine, you're going to meet and see somebody as the Empress energy, which you will want to blend family or make your own family with this divine feminine energy. That's going to be the major change for you, masculines, if you are listening. But you're going to have to release those old hoochies because that is no longer You're gonna have to change your perception on that's what you think growth is, by having the finest divine feminine and what she wearing and all this stuff here. And that is part of the masculines reading that I will be putting out, is that the masculines now are changing. They're getting the download and an enlightenment. The things that they used to want or see as materialism and visualization, they're now seeing, because of the sun, the empress energy, by the sun giving them this download, this type of new self-confidence. The way that they now are looking at divine feminines on what they seek for family legacy and change and growth is going to be the opposite. Okay, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, this has been drilled in my head for 3 weeks now. More than that, because it's been coming up since December, actually. December 2024, about the masculines having this huge shift. And I hate to bring this reference up, but this is why you now see the outcome of conservative men speaking and standing up, not only for their rights, but they're going to be standing up now for empress energy. That's what they're seeking. It's about to be a whole switch up. So, if you're one of those divine feminines where you like to be in third party situations, you like to try and be the other woman, you like being a side chick because there's really no responsibilities and you feel like you get a free ride and you just get money dealt out to you and stuff like that, you're going to be very far and few, because the masculines now are getting a lot more serious about their legacy, about their money, their stability, and partnership. Don't say I ain't tell you. Pathway. Something is going to come across your pathway in less than 2 weeks and 2 years. We got the polar bear. Okay. Oh, we're going to see it. You can also start to listen to other people's readings or newscast and listen to how the masculine. You can watch the news. You can watch the news. You can look at how people are men. Okay, let's just say the men. Start to listen at how the men are starting to talk now. What they're looking for, what they don't want, and I'm not talking about the men that are women bashing. I'm talking about the men that are starting to say out of their mouth that they now want to be more conservative, because now they're looking into and about their own growth and their future. They are now having the confidence, Leo energy, to stop certain things in their life and look at the divine empress energy in a different way. But a lot of them are scared. A lot of them are scared, and this is why they stay in. This is why they don't marry or haven't been marrying. Okay, this is why they have a lot of them, especially if they're in their mid, early mid 40s, early 50s. This is why they still have been in hermit mode. The younger generations, if they're like in their late 20s to middle 30s, they're also having this transition where they now know that the side chick and all that stuff now is not going to give them a future. It's becoming less attractive to them now, because now they're understanding the pathway card. They're understanding that within 2 years If they don't make a change now, they're probably going to end up alone. They're probably going to end up alone. Lovers, sudden wealth. We got a bridge here. A bridge in communication, rebuilding a bridge. Notice how these lovers and the pathway are also in concerned energy. That means it hasn't happened yet. That's because everything has been stalled, frozen. Things are about to defrost. Okay, let's just say it like that. We know the polar bear takes hibernation. Um, Feelings and emotions. You can also look at the water. Is he's halfway in, is halfway coming out. So feelings and emotions on your part and other people, masculines, things in general, are coming to the surface. Okay. um it's up to you though. Everybody's going to be different. Are you ready to have fear, or you're about to have faith and take a leap? Because it can suddenly happen. But if you're fear based, then that's the Seven of Wands. You're blocking, again, like I said earlier, you're blocking your energy and your blessings to receive. Because that's all that she does. You could be in the right place at the right time. But if your energy, your effort, your emotions, and lack of wanting growth, lacking in wanting a change or perception and perspective, staying in hermit and the hangman mode, then you are initially blocking. Okay, being very defensive, got your guards up, but that's all due to fear. But remember, you can't see fear. It's all mind tricks. It's all continuously instilled within us to harbor fear. Now, within the next 11 days, five, six, five, the next 8 to 11 days, it also can be something that will emerge for some of you, where you may need to make a choice to collaborate, to work on something, to help somebody out. Don't have to be monetarily, but it may. But you also can do some type of volunteer work, or you may be able to apply or get or use somebody else's type of resources, which, it could be from housing, or somebody may ask you to help them out. Can I stay here? Can I borrow some money? Can I use your car? Maybe somebody is moving and may need to use your truck or your vehicle, or will you help me move this mattress? Whatever the case may be. Okay. So remember when I said looking and paying close attention to details, sixth house of Virgo. Remember I said that actually, there it go. K2 will be leaving Virgo and going where? To Leo. And that's going to be May 29th. All right, let's just end it with Oracle. I wasn't expecting these type of readings, but hey, we get what we get. This also can be an opportunity for a job, an interaction, or a meetup. Somebody may want to express their feelings and emotions. Because somebody have been blocking you to make you their partner for whatever reasons. Um, it could be any and everything. It's a whole list, but I'm not going to go back over it. Mary Magdalene, the apostles to the apostles. I am the bridge. Wow, that's cool. Look at that. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. I'm telling you, this is how, again, this is the Empress energy, but it's Mary Magdalene. I can't say that word. I can say it in my head. Magdalene, okay? The apostles to the apostles. And notice how the bridge did come out at the top of the deck. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. It also is giving me kind of like Empress energy. Empress energy, also the High Priestess energy. Because the High Priestess is human, but as a High Priestess, you're all knowing. Okay, you are the in between the veil. Okay, between heaven and earth, however you may want to look at that due to your own religious standpoint. But you have to remember, like I said, the Empress energy is you are the bridge between heaven and earth as being Mother Gaia. You are of the earth. You are the creation. You are the bringer of creation into this realm. That's your job as the Empress, okay? From the spirits and souls from heaven, if that's how you want to look at it, into the earth. You are the Mary here. My aunt name is Mary, and she is the last living sibling of my mother who is passed out of 10 kids. And I believe maybe in July she may be turning 97, 98 years old. All right, so we got Our Lady of the Gal. What is that? Galupe, the Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely. I can't see. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. And again, I really feel that this is the energy that you have been feeling. Like I said, standing here, okay, knowing and actually feeling this. It's kind of like waiting your turn or waiting your blessings, you know? hmm Let's get one more. And like I like I just said, this is how the masculines now are seeing the empresses or seeing the divine feminines. Everything is tying in, like I said. This is now the growth of the masculine generations. Okay? They may have not done it before or may have not done it a long time. Maybe since the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s. Okay? And maybe it has been a change since the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. But that change of growth is needed. It's being sparked. It's being sparked for a reason because of the next line of of generations of people and of this reality and of this world. Okay? And all of this is divine feminine energy. It's divine feminine energy. Again, divine feminines, it's your turn. Do you hear me? It's your turn now. But if you're fear mongering, if you're on social media making these posts talking about you hate this, you hate that, you can't stand this, why is this being taken from me? I had it easy, I had it great. That is not an Empress energy. So you already know who the people are being weeded out. What divine feminine energies, because they're still divine, but they're just lost. They're still stuck in their fear instead of faith. So the divine feminines that here are still holding their faith, this is your path here. Okay? So here go Kali. And this is about destruction. It's about releasing and change. The mother of the universe. And this is also giving The what card came out the other day, Miss Linda and Reese? Um, the Black Moon Lilith energy. hmm I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. And what title did I make that video not too long ago? It was one day last week. The truth becomes you. hmm So even Kali is stepping in, telling you again what's at the top of this deck. It been there since we put it down. Release. Let go. When you release your attachment to the outcome, you allow the power of grace to work its magic. What is the power of the grace of the magic? It's the lady of Guadalupe. I can't even say it. And Mary Magdalene. Okay? But some of you won't let go of the trauma, the drama, the old, outdated perceptions and perspectives, the old nostalgic memories of relationships that didn't work. Keep allowing that sense of residue and all that type of stuff. Family issues. Family is going to be family, but don't let that stop you from doing you. Okay? Kali is coming in to destroy and helping you to release this because she's saying it does not serve me or it does not serve you. So I need to come in like a tower because it's time for you to be the truth of who you are. For the truth of who you are is for you to realize that you are safe, divinely protected, and held in love in all times, even though you're still holding on to this here. Kali say it's time to release that. Work with other people, work with yourself, be open to collaboration, networking, volunteer, help out, work on something meaningful. Pay attention to the details. Be a service to others. Do what you must do, which is to release. Because you've got the methods of healing. Okay? Analyze. Look at your perception and perspectives. Value other people's perceptions and perspectives. Communicate freely. And let's get one of these. I thank y'all so much for tuning in for today's reading. Like I say, I never really know what I'm going to talk about. I just get on here and channel. You got gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons. There we go with that word. That life lovingly presents you. Communicate freely. I communicate from the depths of my being. So whether you're going to have to express this to somebody or somebody is coming to you needing to express this because they have been in a blocking energy, they're emerging as the polar bear that has been hiding their feelings and emotions. They know and have been seeing you as the Empress energy, but it's their lack of growth that is not wanting that for their life as partnership, which is not your fault. Okay? Don't have to be somebody old or current, but this is somebody that is going to have a sense of gratitude, that's going to be or know how to communicate freely and openly, going to see you as Empress energy. Because, this person coming in also can be standing here waiting, looking out over the ocean, standing on the deck, looking out at the cabin, over the mountains and the trees, awaiting their person that they know somebody is out there that has a level of gratitude, truthfulness, okay, to be a loving partner. So it's not just you, it's a lot of masculines out there. It's just that they've been hiding in their feelings and emotions too, just like you. Okay? But a sense of collaboration and working together is going to come out. And I really feel that this is going to be um, optimism that is going to unite the bridge here by the next 3 months. Okay. Now, communication, some type of job or opportunity or something that you may have to work on may be, like I said, between the next 8 to 11 days. All right. Thank y'all so much. I love all of y'all. Make sure you're subscribed and have the notification to all, because I mostly come on live and do my readings, so you'll be notified and alerted. Okay. Thank you so much to Reese and Miss Linda stopping by as my moderators for tonight, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Oh, go look at that video called The Truth Becomes You, since that did come out. Look at my live playlist and make sure you find the Rahu and the K2 reading that I put out probably in 2023 between October and December, or it could have been sometime in 2024. Okay? All right. I'll see you in the next one.